A woman walks up to a lightning link machine that's been sitting empty for about 15 minutes. No crowd, no excitement, no energy around it at all. She inserts a $20 bill. She doesn't rush, she doesn't look around, she doesn't mash the button. She plays exactly 7 spins. On the 7th spin, the hold and spin feature activates. 3 minutes later, she walks away with $847. Now here's what most people don't notice. 3 minutes after she leaves, another player sits down at the same machine. Same denomination, same casino, same day. That player stays for 2 straight hours. When they finally stand up, they're down $320. Same machine, completely different outcomes. This is not about luck. This is about a method casinos have started tracking through surveillance and player behavior analytics, and floor managers are now being trained to recognize players who use it. By the end of this video, you'll understand why most players lose even when they play smart, why casinos fear short, disciplined sessions, and why the most important decision you'll ever make at a slot machine is when to leave. But before we go any further, answer this honestly. When was the last time you walked away from a slot machine while you were still ahead? Not when you broke even, not when you got tired, while you were actually winning. If you can't remember, that's not coincidence, that's conditioning. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria had been playing slots at the same casino for 3 years, twice a month, same routine. She always played Dragon Link machines near the poker room, always brought $300, always left with nothing. The pit boss knew her name, the cocktail servers knew her drink. Maria wasn't reckless, she wasn't stupid, she was predictable, and casinos love predictable players. Then, 2 months ago, something changed. Maria stopped rushing to play. She stopped sitting down emotionally. She stopped committing without information. She began observing first. Suddenly, she was cashing out ahead 6 out of every 10 visits. Casino management noticed. They pulled her player card data, reviewed surveillance footage, sent a host with upgraded rewards. Not because she was lucky, because she was disciplined. Maria declined the offers and continued exactly what she was doing. She's still winning.
How slot machines really work. Every slot machine runs on an RNG, a random number generator. That RNG is cycling through millions of number combinations every second. Not when you press spin, not when reels move. Every second, constantly. When you press the spin button, the machine doesn't start. It simply locks on to the number it's already on. Your outcome is decided instantly. The spinning reels, the sounds, the near misses, that's theater. Now here's what casinos rarely explain clearly. While individual spins are random, randomness clusters. This is called volatility clustering. Just like flipping a coin, you can see 7 heads in a row even though the odds never changed. Slot machines behave the same way. Over millions of spins, the math balances, but over short windows, machines can swing violently. Smart players don't predict jackpots, they identify machines transitioning between volatility phases. Why most players lose? Most players believe, this machine is due, or I just need to stay longer. Both ideas are dangerous. Casinos don't win because machines are rigged, they win because players overstay. Your goal is not to win big, your goal is to avoid dead time. Step 1. Reconnaissance. The moment you walk into a casino, do not sit down. That urge you feel is engineered. Instead, walk the floor for 20 to 25 minutes. Watch players. Look for long sessions, frustrated body language, aggressive button presses, phone checking and sighing. When those players leave, note the machine, the location, and the time. You are not chasing wins, you are identifying fatigue. Professional players hunt frustration, not excitement. By now, you understand something most slot players never do. Winning isn't about finding a lucky machine, it's about avoiding the wrong ones. And that brings us to the most misunderstood part of this entire method,
machine selection, and qualification. Because if you test the wrong type of machine, even perfect execution won't save you. Step 2. Machine qualification. This method only works on high volatility slot machines. If you ignore this rule, nothing else matters. High volatility machines are designed to do one thing very well: pay rarely, but pay big. That design creates dramatic cold periods, and that's exactly what makes them testable. Examples include Dragon Link, Lightning Link, Buffalo, Buffalo Gold, Locket Link, 88 Fortunes, most aristocrat progressives. These machines are engineered to withhold features for long stretches and then release them in bursts. That burst behavior is what you're looking for. Now let's talk about what to avoid. Low volatility machines, classic 3-reel slots, steady pay video slots, video poker, are terrible candidates for this method. Why? Because they pay constantly in small amounts. They don't go cold enough to produce meaningful signals. Testing them gives you noise, not information. You also want to avoid penny denomination games where you're betting across 40 or 50 pay lines at minimum coin. The variance is compressed. Even when you hit, the payout doesn't tell you much. You want machines where a single good hit actually matters, where a win is clearly a signal, not background noise. Why machine placement matters more than people think. Here's something most players never consider. Casinos do not place machines randomly. Every machine on that floor is positioned using traffic data, behavioral psychology, and profitability history. The flashiest, newest machines near entrances, they're usually tighter. Why? Because they don't need to pay. They already attract attention. Tourists, first-timers, and emotional players sit there automatically. The casino doesn't need generosity in those locations. Now look elsewhere. Machines tucked along back walls, machines near high-limit areas, machines between table games. These machines must compete. They're competing with blackjack tables, roulette, and higher-limit slots. If they were as tight as entrance machines, no one would play them. Former pit supervisors have confirmed this repeatedly. Casinos often allow better return behavior in these zones to keep players engaged. Another overlooked location? Machines near player club booths, cashier cages, and restroom corridors. Why? Because when players cash out nearby, the casino wants visible wins in those areas. Seeing someone cash out reinforces play. You're not manipulating the casino. You're using their psychology against them. Step 3. The 7-spin test. Exact execution. This is the core of the method, and this is where discipline becomes everything. Once you've identified a target machine, one recently abandoned after a long, frustrated session, you approach calmly. You do not rush. You do not get excited. You sit down with one purpose: testing. First rule: do not bet minimum. Testing with weak bets gives weak information. If the machine allows bets from 75 cents to $6, choose a level that represents real money to you, but not reckless money. For many players, that's $2 to $2.50 per spin. Now, the protocol. You will play exactly 7 spins, not 5, not 10, 7. This number is deliberate. 7 spins is enough to detect volatility signals, reveal bonus symbol activity, expose dead behavior, without risking a large bankroll. During these 7 spins, you are not hoping, you are observing. Ask yourself, did any spin pay more than 5 times my bet? Did bonus symbols appear, even without triggering? How many spins returned absolutely nothing? Did I see at least one meaningful hit? Now comes the decision matrix. The decision rules. No negotiation. If any of the 7 spins triggers a bonus feature, that's a strong green light. The machine is active. If you hit a line win of 15 times your bet or more, that's another strong signal. The machine is volatile and alive. If you see 3 or 4 spins return medium wins, not huge, but meaningful, that's a moderate signal. You can continue cautiously. But here's the rule most players fail. If 7 spins produce mostly dead results, tiny wins or nothing, you stand up immediately. No 8th spin, no confirmation spin, no just one more. Those 7 spins cost you information money. Staying costs you real money. Why walking away is the hardest part. This is where the human brain rebels. You've already invested money. Walking away feels like admitting defeat. Your brain starts negotiating. It has to hit eventually. That person played forever. I'm due. I'll just play a little more. That voice is not logic. That voice is the sunk cost fallacy. The money you spent testing is already gone. The only question now is whether you compound the loss or protect yourself. Walking away isn't quitting. Walking away is executing strategy. Vincent's story, when discipline fails. Let me tell you about Vincent. Vincent heard about this method from a friend. He went to his regular casino and observed a Buffalo Gold machine. A player had been grinding for over 40 minutes. Visible frustration, aggressive button pressing, no celebration. Perfect target. Vincent sat down and tested correctly. 7 spins at $3 per spin. Total investment, $21. All 7 spins came back nearly dead. 2 tiny wins, nothing meaningful. The protocol was clear. Leave. But Vincent didn't. His brain took over. 40 minutes of cold play, it has to hit soon. He played 15 more spins. Nothing. Now he was emotionally invested. I can't walk away after losing this much. 30 minutes later, Vincent was down $285. The machine never paid. The test was right. Vincent ignored it. That's the difference between knowing a strategy and executing it. What happens when a machine passes the test? Now let's talk about success. You test a machine. On spin 4, you hit $42 on a $2.50 bet. On spin 6, you hit $28. That's clear volatility. Now and only now you continue. But before you do, you must lock in rules. What happens when a machine passes the test? Now let's talk about success. You test a machine. On spin 4, you hit $42 on a $2.50 bet. On spin 6, you hit $28. That's clear volatility. Now and only now you continue. But before you do, you must lock in rules. Win targets and loss limits. Set before play. Before another spin, set 2 numbers. A win target, a loss limit. Your win target should feel exciting but realistic. If you sat down with $150, maybe your target is $260 or $280. When you hit that number, you leave. No exceptions. Your loss limit protects you when volatility shifts. Maybe it's 25% of your starting bankroll. If you drop from $150 to $112, you're done. Professional players treat these numbers like laws. Casual players treat them like suggestions. Suggestions empty wallets. A full real-world session, slow walkthrough. Let's walk through a real session. You arrive at the casino at 8 p.m. with $350. Your plan is $2.50 spins. First, you spend 25 minutes scouting. You notice a man on a Dragon Link machine near the sportsbook. He's been there at least 20 minutes. No bonuses, no excitement. You position yourself nearby and observe. After 12 more minutes, he leaves frustrated. You wait 3 minutes. Then you approach. 7-spin test. Spin 1, dead. Spin 2, small win. Spin 3, dead. Spin 4, $38 line win. Spin 5, $22 win. Spin 6, dead. Spin 7, hold and spin triggers. That's 3 strong signals. You commit. Win target, $170. Loss limit, $45.
Over the next 25 minutes, you hit several line wins and another feature. Your balance reaches $183. You cash out immediately. No celebration, no greed. You move on. Next machine fails testing. You lose $17.50. You walk away without emotion. Third machine passes dramatically. You play, hit your target, and leave. End of session. 4 machines tested, 2 played, 2 abandoned. Profit, $288. That's not luck. That's selection and discipline.
Most players sit down and hope. Strategic players observe, test, and execute. The 7-spin test doesn't guarantee wins. It guarantees clarity, and clarity is the most valuable thing on a casino floor. Up to this point, you've learned how to observe, how to select, and how to test slot machines intelligently. But none of that matters without the final layer. Because the truth is simple. Most players don't lose because they don't know what to do. They lose because they don't do it when it matters most. This final section is about the real battle, the one that happens inside your head. Discipline, where most players fail. Discipline is not exciting. It doesn't feel powerful. It doesn't give adrenaline. And that's exactly why casinos rely on you not having it. Casinos don't need every spin to win. They only need you to stay long enough. The moment you test a machine and the result is negative, a silent war begins. Logic says, this machine is cold, leave. Emotion says, don't waste the money you already spent. That emotional voice has destroyed more bankrolls than bad machines ever could. Discipline is the ability to ignore that voice, not once, every time. The sunk cost trap explained slowly. Let's break this down clearly. You test a machine. 7 spins cost you $17.50. Those dollars are gone. They are not coming back no matter what you do next. Staying does not recover that money. Staying only risks more money. When you tell yourself, I can't leave now, I already spent money, you are making a decision based on the past. Professional players make decisions based on what happens next, not what already happened. The moment you understand this emotionally, not intellectually, your results change permanently. Walking away is not quitting. Walking away is closing a losing position. Using timers to remove emotion. One of the best tools disciplined players use is a timer. Before you sit down for testing, set a 6-minute timer on your phone. When it goes off, you are finished, no matter what. Even if you're slightly up, you feel curious, or you think something might happen. The timer ends the conversation. This removes the decision from your emotions and puts it on automation. You don't negotiate with the timer. You obey it. The physical reset rule. Another powerful discipline tool is the physical reset. After every failed test, do this. Stand up, leave the slot floor, walk for 2 minutes, breathe. This breaks emotional momentum. Without a reset, frustration builds. By the 4th or 5th failed test, discipline erodes. That's when players break rules. The reset protects you from yourself. Bankroll management, the foundation. Now let's talk about money, because strategy without bankroll management is useless. You need money for 3 separate purposes: testing, playing, and walking away. If you don't allocate for all 3, you are already compromised. A simple guideline: bring at least 25 times your bet amount for testing. If you bet $2.50 per spin, that's about $62.50 for testing. That allows you to test 3 or 4 machines without panic. Then bring 60 to 100 times your bet amount for actual play. Another $150 to $250. Total recommended bankroll for a $2.50 player is between $210 and $310. That might sound high, but compare it to grinding one random machine for 3 hours and losing everything. This method reduces damage, not increases it. Adapting the method to small bankrolls. If you don't have that much, the method still works. You scale bets, not rules. At 75-cent spins, $21 for testing, $55 to $70 for play. At 50-cent spins, $14 for testing, $36 for play. The rules do not change, only the numbers do. Discipline costs nothing. Never play with scared money. This is critical. If you need that money for rent, bills, groceries, gas, it does not belong in a casino. The moment you play with scared money, your discipline collapses. You cannot walk away from failed tests. You cannot cash out while ahead. You are no longer playing strategy, you are playing desperation. Scared money always loses. Only gamble with entertainment money. Money that, if lost, does not change your life. That psychological freedom is what makes discipline possible. Tracking how smart players evolve. Once you've mastered execution, tracking takes you to the next level. Keep a simple note on your phone. Every time you test a machine, record machine name, location, time and day, test result, and session outcome. After 40 or 50 tests, patterns emerge. You might notice certain machine types pass more often. Certain areas test better. Certain times show more volatility. This isn't magic, it's observation. Smart players don't rely on memory, they rely on data.
The Lisa case study. Let me tell you about Lisa. Lisa played twice a week at the same casino. She tracked everything. After 4 months and nearly 180 tests, she analyzed her data. Machines near the back wall passed 52% of the time. Entrance machines passed 18% of the time. Machines between table games passed 43% of the time. Lisa stopped scouting the entrance entirely. Her test success rate nearly doubled. Same method, smarter application, better results. Casino countermoves. This is real. Here's something casinos won't admit publicly. They track player behavior, not just through player cards, through surveillance. Players who move frequently, test briefly, leave quickly, are flagged internally, not for cheating, for playing intelligently. What do casinos do next? They try to interrupt discipline. Free drinks, meal vouchers, tier upgrades, free play offers. These aren't rewards, they're distractions. The longer they keep you seated, the more the house edge works. You can accept the perks, just never accept the behavior change. Maria did this. She took the free offers, she never broke her method. She's still profitable.
Common objections, answered clearly. 7 spins isn't enough. Correct, statistically. But you're not proving a machine is hot. You're checking if it's alive. Dead machines reveal themselves quickly. This takes too much patience. Yes, that's why most players don't do it, and why casinos win. I tried this and it didn't work. In almost every case, execution failed. They skipped scouting. They ignored failed tests. They broke limits. The method didn't fail, they did. The long-term reality. This method will not make you rich. It will reduce losses, increase winning sessions, improve control, eliminate emotional spirals. Instead of winning 3 sessions out of 24 per year, you might win 10 or 11. Instead of losing $5,000 a year, you might lose $1,800. That difference is massive. Some disciplined players break even. A few show small profits. Most simply lose far less. That is the real victory. The final blueprint. Scout for 20 to 25 minutes. Identify 3 to 5 targets. Test with exactly 7 spins. Walk away from cold machines. Set firm win and loss limits. Take physical reset breaks. Track results. Never play scared money. Slots are entertainment, not investment.
Final message. Casinos profit from hope.
they struggle against discipline. You now have the knowledge. What you do with it determines everything. Play smart, stay disciplined, and remember, the goal isn't to beat the casino. The goal is to stop beating yourself. If this helped you, like the video, share it, and subscribe for more real strategies.